everyone, Soundwave884 here, and welcome to my top 12 list of Transformer figures for 2022. I know, as recording this video, we are 7 days into 2023. This video is my top 12. I was trying to do a top 10, and I realized I liked way too many figures just to narrow it down to a just top 10 list. So I'm going to do a top 12, plus give you 5 honorable mentions, so you can really say top 17 list, right? Now, I'm mostly collecting mainline Transformers. I do get a few third parties, but I don't have the, the ability at the moment to be well into that with the, just because of real world stuff. So we'll just say it that way. I did get a few this year, and some of them did make it into this list, and I hope in 2023 to acquire some more. Now, I'm going to say this is just my personal opinion, my top 12 list. And the rules for this list is, in fact, is my opinion, and I had to purchase this figure in 2022. The figure itself did not have to come out in 2022. I just had to get this figure in 2022. Before I get to the list, we've been doing a long intro. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and click the subscribe button if you're liking this video. Don't forget to leave a comment, and your list also down in the description below. Or if you want to reorder my list I give you here. And don't forget to leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So let's get to my list. Coming in at number 12. Magic Square's Shockwave Recolor. It was released back in 2022. I only have one other Magic Square Transformer. That was their very first Ultra Magnus I got a few years back. And I'm mostly a New Age collector when it came to Legends class Transformers. Went in on the Shockwave a few months back. I hadn't had a chance to review it. It's an excellent looking Shockwave. I really do like the look of it. It just looks really good. Coming in at number 11. This dude right here, Black Zarak, your Legacy Titan class Transformer. Now, of course, we have the new Metroplex from whatever he's from. I can't remember exactly which one it is. I don't have that one. Now, I have no actual attachment to the character, because I have no attachment to this guy. But the what was he? Not Siege, Earthrise. I don't remember which one he was from. Earthrise, I think it was. Scorponok. That was probably my favorite Titan class Transformer. So I wanted to, when I got my taxes in this year, or in 2022. This is why I splurged on right here. And it is again an excellent Transformer. So I really like this guy. The reason he's not higher up on the list is because he is pretty much just Scorponok. And he's just different colors with new head and stuff. So if you like Scorponok, you'll like this figure as well. Excellent Transformer. Coming at number 10, Velocitron Cosmos. Yes, this little short fat dude, he's my number 10 Transformer. I've always had a thing for the mini-bots. So I always liked the mini-bots. And he was hard to find. I don't know if that's one of the reasons why he got into this list. Sometimes I try to think, why do I like this Transformer? But I like the mini-bots, and X-Transbots Cosmos was one of my favorite Masterpiece style figures. And this little guy here, he's really cool, and it's a good update and interpretation of G1 Cosmos. Excellent little short fat dude. Going in number 9 from the set with Orion Pax and Alphatron. Now, the reason he's probably not, I guess, higher up on my list is he's just a retooling of the Studio Series 86 Scourge mold. But we finally get a nice, I don't want to say proper Alphatron, but this is about the closest we've got to a proper Alphatron in a mainline Transformer. He is probably the one character, or not the one, but one of the characters that should have been in the Red Series. When they started doing the Red Series and Untransforming Transformers, the Action Masters of today, they should have went with Transformers who never transformed in the series. That way they didn't have to try to figure out a transformation for these guys, like the Quintessons. They didn't have to transform for anything. They should have been Red Series. Red Series should have been all the Transformers who didn't transform. Alphatron should have been in the Red Series. That way they could have done proper backing in the cape and everything. As it is, we get some leftovers from the Scourge mold and it transforms into a space boat similar to Scourge. But I did do a video showing the comparisons. It is different enough, but it's still, you can just look at it and say, hey, and especially in vehicle mode, at Scourge. But in robot mode, they did do enough changing, new molding for the shoulders and torso, head, and all that to really make him stand out and be his own. Number 8, Legacy, Point Blank. I always liked him, the original G1 figure of Point Blank. I was into sports cars as a kid, so I really liked the sports element of this guy. And they went more of the rebirth head for this instead of the G1 actual toy head. And I really like it. I saw a lot of complaints about this figure when it first came out. And I really don't see the complaints. I actually really love the figure, and everything just reminds me of the G1 toy, and that's what I like. It's really cool. The biggest probably negative was that he was missing his little spoiler, which you can get upgrade kit. There's I think it's Funby Studios that made one. This one here I got from Larkin's Lair, and the one back here I got from Collector Crafts. It's the same 3D design from Funby Studios. It's just different people are printing them off. And I just Larkin's is a little bit closer to the blue that's on them, whereas the Collector Crafts is more like, you know, bright blue. So I like it as different, so it gives me something a little bit different. So coming in at number 7, I'm gonna bring in here Studio Series Sludge. Yeah. Dinobots. When I was a kid, I really didn't care about the Dinobots. I didn't get any Dinobots until G2. So put it that way. I bought no Dinobot, I didn't ask for any for Christmas or my birthdays until G2. I got a G2 Grimlock and a G2 Slag. And all the other ones I had to acquire other ways. I got G1s when I got older. I do have Slag Slug back there, and I got Grimlock over there, so upgrades. No upgrades for Slag Slug and no upgrades for Sludge as of the moment, but you can get some that have like the pop out eyes from the movie. He looks really good, and so he had to make my top 10 just because A, it's a Dinobot, and I like it a little better now. I understand as a kid, didn't really care for the Dinobot toys, and even when the Dinobot episodes came on TV, and I got the DVDs later on, I kind of wanted to skip those. The ones with the Dinobots and the ones with the Insecticons. I don't know what it is, but those episodes I didn't really find this interesting. You know, I did like the Insecticon toys. Coming at number 6, we got Studio Series 86 Ironhide. It's probably, in my opinion, the best Ironhide we've got today. Now, the Earthrise Ironhide is a very good Ironhide as well in robot mode. I still think this one here gives you the overall complete package in robot and in vehicle mode. Yes, there are upgrades you can do. I think Lazy Eyebrows does some things you can change it around. And then Toy Hacks has some labels. Make your primary view them. Or you can change the front of the grill that way without actually having to take out stuff and put it on a whole new piece that's 3D printed. And you can usually do that with labels, and then you can add the yellow striping. That's a big thing of this guy. It's missing his yellow striping. And a lot of people don't like the hinges in van mode. Doesn't bother me as much. I like that. Now I can deal with the hinges better than I can deal with the ugly ass end of the Earthrise. So coming at number 5, we got one of the other third parties. I got New Age's Mirage. This is the toy version. He's a little small. Yeah, he's tiny, but the quality on this guy is just, it's awesome. He is awesome to look at. The colors, the chrome, everything. He is a awesome specimen. In vehicle mode and in robot mode. I like the robot mode so much, I just had to leave him in that because I want to see the actual toy aspect. I want to see that toy face. You know, it's not what he was in the G1 cartoon. I always lean more to the cartoon. The original G1 Mirage was one of my favorite toys as a kid. He split in half at the waist, and man, made me so mad. I glued his ass back together, but I really liked to look at this. I had to get the toy version because I'm just partial to the toy version of Mirage and the toy version of Trax. I always have to kind of, I just like those so much because they were two of my favorite G1 toys. Awesome. Coming at number 4, I almost overlooked this guy because I thought he was last year. I had to actually go back to my videos and see that I didn't put him in my top 10 for last year. And I actually didn't review him until January of 2022. So he became a 2022 toy. And that is Kingdom/Legacy Blaster. I remember looking for the guy around Christmas of 2021. So maybe that's why I thought I got him at the point. I must not have found him after the fact. But this is, I would say, one of the most quality feeling Voyager Transformers in a while. And some of the other ones you get them, you look at some of the plastic, the plastic quality looks iffy. I'll get some more of that later. It's like Black Zarek has in his backpack. It looks like it's not like a roughy looking roughy. It's a roughy. It's a rough looking plastic. And just looking at this guy, I don't really see that on him. And I'm sure he's probably got it somewhere, but he just feels weighty. He feels quality. He feels good. He looks good. I like him in both modes, and I just say Blaster is one of my favorite out of the box as well. I mean, you keep saying that in your video. Yeah, that's probably why they make my top 10s. Because I have a little nostalgia for them. But Blaster looks really good. I'm really happy with this purchase. I'm not so happy with his little buddy. Eject that's in there. I'm not really too fond of how that came out. But actual Blaster, excellent. Coming at number 3. Jaxos. For a while, when I reviewed him, I was like, he might be my #1 favorite toy of the year. Again, excuse me. Going about quality feeling, he feels quality. He's got, not posable, but he's got hinged hands that can open and close. He's got a mean looking face sculpt. Love the face sculpt. It's got so much personality in that face. I just love it. He's just outstanding. Posability, the sculpting, everything. What's the biggest con of this, and why I figured I'm not gonna put him #1, is that his white one day might match the mustardy yellow that's on him. I don't know. Hopefully he doesn't turn anywhere, but he is an excellent looking Transformer, and I am very pleased. I have really no connection to this guy at all, but this is heads and shoulders above what we got in I think the Thrilling 30 line for G-Axis, which was that orange spaceship was more molded off some other version of him from some other, I can't remember which one it was. RID or Armada or something. But this guy, it's an excellent Transformer. I'm very pleased with it. Coming in at number 2, Victory Saber. I finally got this guy opened up and messed around with him while I wasn't feeling good. Now I said something about the plastic quality. He's got a few spaces where it's just got that, I don't know, it's like rough looking plastic. It just doesn't match the smooth, shiny plastic. It's very much of a matte plastic, and it just looks rough, and it just doesn't look like that great by looking at that plastic. But overall, it's an excellent piece. I almost feel like I should put this guy at #1. I don't know if it's just the amount of money that I dropped last year for this guy, or it's just the fact that because he's a HasLab, he should be your #1. Yeah, he should be maybe, but he's not. I do like the fact that he has a lot of playability, and that's one of the reasons why he's this high on that list. Is because he's really cool looking. I love every aspect. He feels like I'm handling an original G1 toy back in the day, just minus the diecast. You got a bunch of characters in the set. You got the Victory Leo, you got Saber, and it's so many characters. And it even comes with the 2 little micro masters, which they're not in this list. They belong in the other list. I'm not big on micro masters, but this guy. Really, really cool, and I am very happy that I actually did make this purchase, and I can't wait to have Deathsaurus to go next to it. But again, I have no connection to this guy whatsoever, and yes, my copy did come with some of the yellow paint on his kneecaps up here. I just scratched off on the edges, but little things like that I can overlook. It's just when the plastic just looks dirty. It's hard to show here, but proper review. It's just, I don't know what this is like. Is it cement? It looks white. And it was like glue that's left over from the red being attached to the gray. But just little things, little nitpicky things. But overall, if you just look at it, it's excellent. So before I get to my #1, let's do some honorable mentions. So they're not really numbered, they're not in any kind of order, but we'll just mention them. That's what they do. We'll honor them by mentioning them. Velocitron Crasher. It's nice to have a GoBot. It's not exactly the GoBot. I kind of wish they could have done more of a GoBotish face. But I do love the colors on this and the fact that we actually have an updated Crasher. Legacy Goldbug. I actually like the Goldbug in this mold more than the Bumblebee that we got. Studio Series 86 Perceptor. Perceptor is always one of my favorites. So I like this figure. Now it's not the G1. Not a real working microscope, huh? But it's still a very good rendition of Perceptor. And my last honorable mention, Legacy Skids. Now, he's not perfect. Tabbing in the alt mode is a pain in the ass. But I just really like Skids. It's nostalgia again. It just peeks at me. I'm just like, he's an odd looking Transformer. So I think I gravitate to him. Some odd looking. Alright, so my #1 Transformer of 2022. It's actually a dual #1 here. Motor Master / Menasor. So without Motor Master, you don't have Menasor, and you can say without the drag strip dead end, you don't have. Technically, you still kind of have Minosaur if you don't have them. You just don't have it fully complete looking. But Motormaster in and of itself, I'm disappointed in the length of the trailer. I kind of wish it was a little bit longer because this looks stubby. But as the robot of Motormaster, it's an excellent. It's an excellent Motormaster. And out of it, you get this hulking guy. I just don't have breakdown yet to fully complete my Minosaur, but I do have Wild Rider, Dead End, and Drag Strip. And this Minosaur is what I always wanted when I want a toy version of Minosaur. This is what I want in my head. If I close my eyes. Okay, get the naked woman out. There we go, there he is. Okay. This is what I'm wanting in my Minosaur. He is just, he's like the cartoon. I don't want that. Yeah, but some people do, and they've already done a Combiner Wars one. You can buy upgrade kits but this one, he is just lovely. I do like the cartoon accuracy, because that's me. But I do like the fact he's very posable. You got a good waist on this guy. The only negative I would say is probably the head, that you can't have more movement in the neck area, and his height. I would love for him to be the height of Siege Omega Supreme. Not that height. He needs to be like probably an inch or two shorter. But at least at the height of Combiner Wars Devastator. Something like that. It's because he now doesn't fit in. It's hard to make your collection fit together. I want him to be able to battle next to Predaking. I don't have that. Devastator I do, because I have the undersized KO. So I do have a Devastator that fits the size. But I don't have an Omega Supreme. And that bothers me. So that's the only thing I hate about the changing of the heights with the combiners. I just wish he was a little bit taller, but then they will throw the scale off with the individual bots, so I guess this is the best way to go. And I'm not disappointed one bit. I mean, the height, maybe the total overall scale, but as an actual figure itself, it is an excellent addition of Minosaur. I just kind of, only thing I probably would want to get for this guy, I do have leg extensions here from TF Lab. It gives him an extra inch of height. His hands that open and close. That'd be the only other thing I would really want for my Minosaur. Otherwise, the face sculpt is spot on. I love it, and he is my most favorite Transformer figure of 2022. And I'm very happy to I hope they start doing the other combiners, and maybe they get them all into the same height, and we get some shorter ones, and we can get an updated Devastator, Predaking. Because that Predaking, wow, it looks good. Joints are shit. So, just say. So that's my list of top Transformer figures from 2022. What's your list? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, you can let me know what you think of my list. But please be slightly respectful with those. I don't want to be cussed out because your list sucks. You need more of this and that. I know I want more of this and that, but I ain't got the way to get this and that. So we'll just leave this and that like that. Okay? Everybody understand? Now, I will be making a list of my top 5 most disappointing or worst figures of 2022. Now, who will be on that list? I'm not sure yet. I've been thinking about that all day while I've been doing this list for this video. And he might be on there, he might not. But I'm just holding him because he's right there on the floor. It's a great his tank though. So that. So I'll be doing that video soon. It'll be up sometime this week. So look for the top 5 worst. Now when I do the worst, it's not necessarily going to be these figures are crap. It's just ones that be also disappointing. Like I had high hopes for it, and I was just disappointed when I got it. So it leaves a mark in my brain saying that figure didn't live up to the expectations I had set forth for it. And I try not to set high bars for anything. So look for that video coming out this week as well. I worked on making videos a little more frequently. I have actually worked on that in December. But when you work 7 days a week, you got 4 kids, you do the best you can. And I want to say thanks for watching. The next one. Peace out.